So I've got another fusion dish for you today. We're doing Middle Eastern lamb San Choy Bows, but I've also got Adam here from Wine Selectors.
Thank you very much for having me.
What have you got for me today?
We've got some wines from Coonawarra. So Coonawarra is one of the famed regions in South Australia, right down the southern tip. And it's a region that has a real fusion with Cabernet. So I've got a straight Cabernet and I've got a Cabernet with blend of a couple of other varieties.
Awesome.
So I'll go ahead and pour.
Yep, and I'll get started.
Excellent.
So basically, we're gonna make kind of like a lamb kofta, but except we're not gonna roll it into balls. We're just gonna cook off the mince with all the aromats into it, and then spoon it into little lettuce cups, topped with the yogurt dressing. First, the lamb goes in.
Are you a lover of lamb?
Oh, I love lamb.
Can I admit on camera that lamb's not my red meat of choice? But I am looking forward to this.
Do you know what? Hopefully I change your mind and that you really, really end up loving lamb after this.
From all the other ingredients that I'm smelling at the moment, I'm pretty confident I am going to enjoy it. But yes, I can't walk past beef to go to lamb, where I know it's maybe un-Australian to say that. I don't know.
So I've just got some mint and some parsley going in. Really Middle Eastern flavours. We've got some sultanas.
Lamb and mint are kind of that classic combination, aren't they?
Definitely. And pine nuts also go in. We've got chili flakes, some ground cumin and ground coriander.
And that's your Middle Eastern kind of spices?
Yeah, the really, really traditional Middle Eastern spices that really go with lamb as well. So we're just going to give that a quick mix with a little bit of salt.
Okay.
Salt just really helps to bind all the flavours together.
Okay.
So it helps also enhance the flavours.
And San Choy Bow, correct me if I'm wrong, Southeast Asian dish?
Yeah, but there's a little play on it. I didn't want to make a kofta today.
Okay.
I wanted to do something a little bit different. So it's another kind of fusion dish. We're just going to serve it like a San Choy Bow, but still do the yogurt dressing a really traditional way.
Do you know what I like about this dish? Because you're kind of mixing things up and, you know, serving fresh ideas on tradition.
Yep.
And that's really what's happening with Cabernet at the moment. Perhaps in the past, Cabernet's been looked at as being a bit stuffy and perhaps what the older generation drinks. But there's a real focus in the wine industry of Australia at the moment looking at Cabernet, and there's a real energy about it. So what you're doing and what's happening with Cabernet is kind of working really well.
Love hearing that. All right, well, let's get started on cooking this lamb off.
So you could do a kofta in this style if you wanted to as well.
Of course, this like a little bit more lamb, a little bit more fat. You can bind it all together, maybe add some breadcrumbs into it.
Okay.
Oh, obviously not so traditional, but the breadcrumbs really help keep the meat stay moist.
Perfect.
And then you can even still wrap it in the lettuce and do the same thing.
There you go.
So all of the lamb mixture goes right in. We've got a big pan. Obviously, if you double this recipe or have a smaller pan, you might want to do it in batches.
Yep.
So it does brown and it does kind of not stew.
Okay. One of the great things about Coonawarra as a region is it does amazing lamb. There's lamb producers down there. They get a lot of rainfall, lush pasture. They think, and to be honest, a lot of other people think too, that some of the best lamb in the country. And same goes for their Cabernet. And that's that brilliance that when you travel around Australia and travel around the world, you get this fusion between region, what the variety they make into wine and what the food product they produce as well. And it's on show here.
So basically back to that whole what grows together goes together.
Exactly right. Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. At Wine Selectors, our most popular cellar door release is called our regional release, and that's all about taking you to the individual regions around the country, showing you the traditional varieties that they do really well, but also introducing you to the new varieties, the emerging varieties, twists on different things, and really, I guess, immersing you in what that particular region's doing.
All right, so that's looking absolutely gorgeous. It's pretty much ready to go. I've pre-made some couscous. I'm going to place that into a bowl and then add this into it, give it a quick mix and just set it aside.
Perfect.
So all of that's combined. I'm going to place this to the side. If you can give me this, we'll just maybe pop it here. All good, thank you so much.
Absolutely, my first time.
I'll get started on the yogurt dressing now. Very, very easy dressing. It's just a little bit of Greek yogurt. Pop in some of this minced garlic, some cumin. So we're accenting the same flavors that are coming out of the lamb, of the spices in the lamb. I've got a lemon here that I'm just gonna quickly do this. Gorgeous. I'm gonna slice this guy in half and also have half the juice of a lemon go in. Quick squeeze.
Brilliant.
Yum. So we're gonna grate a cucumber in there now.
Okay. So do you always use the thicker kind of grating element?
Well, it just really depends on what you want. A cucumber's quite watery.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I just want a little bit more of that texture, so it's
Okay.
the thicker grater, definitely. All right, so that's all done. Have a smell of that.
Yeah, that is wonderful.
Awesome.
You do really get that spice lifting up out of that
Yeah,
yogurt, don't you?
definitely. All right, let's get everything into the bowls and then we'll plate one up.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna just make one up, but usually I would take this to the table and have everything in individual bowls and just kind of like serve yourself, put as much as
Put it in the middle of the table and...
a dollop of this guy straight on top.
Wow.
Let's do a sprinkle of pine nuts right on top.
And have you just lightly toasted those?
Yeah, lightly
Yep.
toasted them. That can go on the plate as well. A little bit of coriander, heaven.
Perfect.
So that there is my Middle Eastern spiced lamb San Choy Bow.
Enough to make any non-lover of lamb want to get straight into that. Khan, thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.